r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. How did you find out you were getting cheated on? He gave me his phone to hold while he was having a minor medical procedure, and while in the waiting room, a text came through. It said something like, so we can do the deed again? And I was totally confused. So I scrolled up through the text thread and read, I'm sorry if you feel guilty. And, no, I'd only feel guilty if I still loved her. And that was the end of that relationship. The guy shot me a message on social media, said he was sorry and didn't know she was in a relationship. I bumped into him at a bar years later and bought him a drink. Her roommates called and asked me to meet them for lunch, said it was important. I met them and they told me she had been cheating on me with her ex the entire time I was deployed. They showed me pictures, back when you had to get pictures developed. They said I was a good man and I didn't deserve to be treated like that. They had collected my things that morning when she left for work and gave them to me. I drove to her work, walked up to her, showed her the pictures and demanded the ring back. She gave it to me and I left. Later she called me yelling about me conspiring with her roommates, basically trying to make it my fault. She asked what I was doing meeting with them. I said, it's called respect and closure and it sounds like this. I unplugged the phone, landline, waited an hour, plugged in the phone and called the phone company, said I needed to change my number and never heard from her again. I took it really rough and I'm thankful for her roommates and the friends that got me through probably the darkest time of my life. He pocket dialed me while bragging about it to a coworker. The universe really had my back on that one. I didn't know at the time we broke up, for sure, but she was engaged a week after we broke up. I can't even figure out how that worked exactly. Phone bill. She was texting some random number 600 times a month. I thought I recognized the number and when I put it in my phone it was a buddy of mine. Was using her phone for GPS while we were on a road trip because mine had issues. When she got a text from the guy we had been in marriage counseling about, who she says she hasn't talked to him for months about seeing her tomorrow. 24 years of being together, 23 years married to kids, a house. All down the freaking drain and ruined my life for a guy who could pass for a real life Ned Flanders. When she left me cause she got pregnant and thought it was a different guy's. Turns out I was one of 3 possible dads. Couple years later and a few paternity tests and turns out it was mine. She stopped giving me hugs. Sometimes you just know. F guys, thanks for all the love. Together for about 8 years, married for only 3. Crazy story, but we were living in an abusive scenario with another person and she was what was keeping me sane. It was rough to realize she was cheating on me with this guy. I feel better now. Definitely learned over time that questioning yourself and spending time wondering what you could have done different is essentially pointless. A flirty text from a guy popped up on while we were looking at her phone for a place to eat. He complimented a picture I had just taken of her. She sent it to him while around me. Bold. Also, this happened in the Eiffel Tower, only a couple of hours into what was supposed to be 2-week vacation. Old school. Her little sister ratted her out. My daughter told me. A man knocked on my door and introduced himself as the husband of a woman that my husband worked with. He was there to tell me that his wife was having an affair with my husband. My husband never came home after that. He got an Airbnb and told me to get a lawyer. We had been together for 24 years. 2 interesting ones from close friends. Friend's neighbor looked into her house from the 2nd floor and saw him screwing the nanny. They are currently in divorce proceedings, though he's still dating the nanny. The more interesting one is a friend was headed to Thanksgiving with her husband when she got a text from a woman saying, "Your husband has been screwing me and several other women," then gave a list of the women. She was aghast, not sure what to do. Then the woman sent pics as evidence. The woman was pissed as he had promised her he would spend Thanksgiving with her instead of his wife or my friend. My friend divorced him. Screwing the nanny. I'd be more angry that I'd married a cliche. The idiot saved her number as my little hoe. I just asked. She was sleeping with her boss, in the most cliched excuses. I really think if she'd said to me the passion and love was gone, we could have divorced amicably, because I was miserable too. But when she cleaned out our house and bank account, well, that changed the dynamic just a smidge. Screw you, Michelle. Chlamydia. Smell. People don't realize sex has a distinct odor. She came in the door. I knew immediately what had happened, so I asked her, was it good? Without thinking she says not really, before realizing what just transpired. I saw the answers written on their arms, so I had to send them to the principal's office. That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.